Hey guys, Problem1701 here, and today we're going to talk about the tragedy of the Second Doctor's era, which is that so much of his era is missing. He's the most affected by this, more so than Hartnell. And as someone who's a huge fan of the Second Doctor, I love a lot of his stuff. I love the way he portrays the Doctor. Patrick Troughton portrays the Doctor. It's really sad that so much of his era is still missing. William Hartnell has 29 stories. 12 of them are affected by missing episodes. 17 of his are complete. Troughton, on the other hand, has 21 total stories, with only 7 of them being complete. 14 of his are affected by missing episodes. Now, in Troughton's main run between 1966 and 1969, he did 119 episodes. 66 of these exist, or have been returned to the archives, I should say. 53 are still currently missing. So just a little over half of them exist. And because of this, only 7 of his stories are complete. So about a third of his stories are complete. And that's sad because he has so many good episodes. Now, really, Troughton's stories break down into 5 categories. Completed stories, mostly complete, half and half, mostly missing, and completely missing. We're going to take a look at those today and break those down. Now, as I've said, of his 21 stories, 7 of them are complete. Most of them from Season 6. 5 of them are from Season 6. The Dominators, the Mind Robber, the Crotons, the Seeds of Death, and the War Games. 2 of them are from Season 5, the Tomb of the Cyberman and the Enemy of the World. Sadly, none of his stories, and no stories at all from Season 4, are complete. Which is sad because Season 4 is such a good season from what I've seen of it. But none of the stories from that are complete. The Crotons is very underrated. I like that one a lot. I have not seen the Dominators. I know it doesn't have the best reputation, but neither does the Crotons, and I like the Crotons. So I have a feeling I might actually enjoy the Dominators, simply because it's more of Troughton. It's a complete Troughton story. And I still need to watch The Mind Robber. Everybody says that's a good one. Now, moving on to his mostly complete stories. There are 3 of those. The Ice Warriors, which is a 6-parter. 4 episodes survive. Only episodes 2 and 3 are missing, and that has been completed with animation. And I rather like the animation. The Ice Warriors themselves look a little off in the animation, but the rest of the animation looks pretty good. Web of Fear is a 6-parter. 5 episodes still exist. Episode 3 is currently missing. We are getting a special edition release of that later in 2021 with episode 3 being animated. I'm very excited about that. I have the Steelbook on pre-order. And then we also have The Invasion from Season 6, which is an 8-parter with 6 parts still existing. Episodes 1 and 4 have been animated. This was the first Doctor Who story to have to be completed having episodes animated. And the animation is alright. It's not super great, but it's alright. Considering it was the first one by several years, I think they did a pretty good job with it. And then we move into the half and half category, where half the episodes exist and half are missing. There are 2 of these, both from Season 4. And they're both 4-parters. We have The Underwater Menace, with episodes 2 and 3 still existing, and episodes 1 and 4 still currently missing. This has been released on DVD, but the missing episodes have not been animated. It was just episodes 1 and 4 were just a reconstruction on it because the BBC cheaped out. The other one is The Moon Base, with episodes 2 and 4 still existing and episodes 1 and 3 missing, but they have been animated, and the animation is really, really good for this story. I absolutely love The Moon Base. Now we move on to the real sad part, the mostly missing and the completely missing. There are 9 of these between them, which is almost half of Troughton's run. Again, he did 21 stories. Now, in mostly missing, he has 5 stories. And of these 5 stories, 2 of them only have 2 episodes existing. 3 of them only have 1 episode existing. And in all 3 of them, it's episode 2. I don't know why, but it's episode 2 for all 3 of them. We have The Faceless Ones, with episodes 1 and 3 still existing. It's a 6-parter, so 4 episodes are still missing. It has been completed with animation, where they actually animated all 6 episodes for a continuous viewing experience. Or a more streamlined viewing experience, I think I should say. We also have The Wheel in Space, which is a 6-parter with episodes 3 and 6 still existing. The other 4 are missing. I'm pretty sure when they do animate it, they will just animate the whole thing. Evil of the Daleks is a 7-parter with only episode 2 existing. Abominable Snowmen is a 6-parter with only episode 2 existing. And The Space Pirates is a 6-parter with only episode 2 existing. And then we have the completely missing serials, sadly, where no complete episode exists for any of these. We have Power of the Daleks, Macra Terror, Fury from the Deep, and The Highlanders. 3 of these have been completed with animation: Power of the Daleks, Macra Terror, and Fury from the Deep, with Power's animation and Macra Terror's animation being really good, and Fury from the Deep's animation being a few steps back and a disappointment for me. The Highlanders has not been completed with animation yet, as that one seems like it would be very tricky for them to do, but I am looking forward to getting it. So basically we have 10 of Troughton's stories either complete or mostly complete, 9 of Troughton's stories either mostly missing or completely missing, and then 2 of Troughton's stories being half and half. And that's really sad, especially for his Doctor. This really is upsetting, because so much of the second Doctor and Patrick Troughton is down to his physical mannerisms. It's not just what he says and how he says the lines. It's his body language is a big part of his Doctor, and his facial expressions are very defining characteristics of his Doctors. The way he flaps and moves his hands when he panics or when he's thinking. The way he moves is very important to his character. And the way he does his facial expressions is very important to his character. And some of the animations get that across better than others. Some of the animations do decently at trying to capture his facial movements and his body language. Some of them, like Fury from the Deep, I think just failed utterly at it. And as someone who loves the second Doctor as much as I do, it's very noticeable when they don't get that right. One of the reasons I liked the trailer for the new Web of Fear release, which is going to have episode 3 animated, was I actually thought it had Troughton's mannerisms down pretty well, especially at the end when he gets up to run away. Seems like the way he runs away seems very Troughton-like. So yeah, I really feel the loss of the Troughton era because of this, much more so than, say, the Hartnell era, but just because Troughton's Doctor is affected so much more with only a third of his work being complete. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on the second Doctor? What do you think of the animations that have been done so far? Do you think they live up to expectations and do the job adequately? Were there any of them you were disappointed with? Tell me what you thought. I'm curious what you think of this video. I always enjoy interacting with you guys. Other things to do: click the like button, click the subscribe button, click that bell for notifications so you can keep up with everything going on the channel. I've started a Patreon page. If you are interested in contributing to that, you can find a link to that down in the comments below. If you'd like, you can check out my main channel, Prowl1701, PROWL 1701, where I talk about all things Star Wars, but most importantly, stay safe out there. Thank you for watching.